The root of addiction stems from a lack of connection. That's not a phrase that I created. I just learned it from Jackie Ivy. Jackie is here from Sophros Recovery, and Jackie is the clinical manager and also a licensed mental health counselor at Sophros, where you do really good work. But can you explain what you just said and how it relates to relationships?
Yeah. So a big component of healing and recovery is acknowledging the facet of connection. And when people are entering into treatment and maybe for the first time, engaging in introspection and also looking at my life and my relationships, I think that there can be, something to be said of how substances immediately disconnect us from those things. And so in treatment, it's important to acknowledge the relationships that we have with people in order to optimally support and advocate for the person in recovery.
So it sounds like when you talk to your clients that you serve, that you're talking to them and finding out about on their end how the connections are going. But you're here to say that if you are the person on the other end of that relationship, whether you're in a romantic relationship, a marriage, a family member, there's work that you can be doing too to help the recovery process.
Absolutely. And I'm going to try to stick to be bullet pointed so I don't go too off topic, because there's so much to be said under each thing that I'm about to say. And the first thing that I really want to emphasize is the importance of psychoeducation. So seeking support through Al-Anon, getting involved in family therapy, seeking your own individual counseling space so that you can also work on and address maybe pain or challenges that you've experienced while supporting someone in recovery. The second that I would say is being very aware of boundaries. And boundaries are essentially a set of parameters of self-protection. And they're not a means of controlling someone else. They're a means of how can I protect myself. And so people need to be aware of what are my boundaries, am I setting them, am I maintaining them, and taking into consideration how that might impact the dynamic. Because without those, we can go into the realm of enabling or toxic relational patterns. So that's a really important and critical part. And also learning the importance of language and semantics and how we are speaking to the individual who is in recovery, because that plays a critical role in terms of trying to minimize the risk of reinforcing any shame, any guilt, any type of self-talk that could be harmful to that person long term.
It sounds like there is so much to take into account. People really can't do it alone.
Yeah.
And Sophros Recovery, you have a very proven, action-oriented plan, and people might be seeking even just to make that initial call, whether it's for yourself or for a loved one. So I want to make sure everybody has that number. And it's 904-440-1479, or you can visit sophrosrecovery.com. Jackie, there's so much more we could say, but isn't taking that first step the most important thing?
Absolutely. Call, take the step.
Reach
you
out.
honestly won't regret it.
Okay. Change a life. Change a life at Sophros Recovery.